So moving on to the production environments, not production environment, the deployment environment. What I have here is the defined project for Octopus Deploy, where we have all the same environments happening here. And as you can see, we have our TDD environment, our test environment, which we saw were deployed early, which were waiting deployments to go to the stage. These are deployments that happened already. And we have our 3 geo regions here. So let's jump into our process. And here it's very straightforward and simple, where we're retrieving sensitive variables from Octopus Deploy, from Azure Key Vault, and then deploying our app service and deploying our database. This is a thing that I've had to do with some clients, needing to have their secrets not stored in Octopus, but stored in some other type of secret manager, whether that's AWS Secrets Manager or Azure Key Vault, for their own security compliance reasons. With those things having APIs and CLI commands tools to use, I've chosen to take and retrieve our secrets, most notably our database password, store that in Azure Key Vault, and use that and store that in a variable found in our project. Pulling that variable is just as simple as running a PowerShell command and retrieving it, authenticating it, having been authenticated already. Looking for authentication.
The most important point is to do not put secrets in plain text, either in Octopus Deploy variables or in Azure Pipeline variables. If you have a Key Vault, use it and integrate it here. If you don't, then you have a choice to use the built-in Octopus, I'll say Key Vault, or Azure Pipelines has it as well, where it will encrypt it, make it where nobody can retrieve it. And the decision on when to use which one, if you don't have your own Azure Key Vault, as in here, is if you have different operations people who manage the cycling of those secrets, it's probably most appropriate to use it to put those in Octopus Deploy. If you have a completely integrated software engineering team and it's normal to do that in Azure Pipelines anyway, well then use the secrets feature in Azure Pipelines and pass those secrets through to the Octopus Deploy integration as a secret variable. And there's a dedicated way to do that as well. So, but those are the decision points of where to get them from.
Sure. And if you want a complete example of how to use AWS Secrets Manager as your Key Vault, we do have blogs covering both those topics at Clear Measure. But once we get these secrets, we store them as output variables, marking them as sensitive so they don't get inadvertently printed to screen. And then we deploy the Azure service, and then we deploy our database. Deploying the database is a PowerShell script that just does our DB up sort of thing. And we're using the database password, and that looks like we're pulling it out of our Octopus out of our variables. And this is what it looks like. This is how you sort of use that variable, pulling it from another step. And that is the process. It's short and simple, but it allows for lots of things. If we go to back to our overview, it's the same process and steps for everything. Then we start getting to our tenants. These tenants allow us to deploy to different geo regions, like we have here in North America, Europe, and APAC, Asia Pacific. This allows you to do your load balancing and allows you to do complex environments where these can have different databases. And you can have different database connection strings, users, passwords, and all sorts of things there using Octopus variables and secrets.